Hi all, we are going to take what we just learned in the last two videos and apply it to this problem that is on the screen right now. So here we go. It says suppose angle theta is in quadrant 2 and that the sine of theta is 2/3. Find the values of the other 5 trigonometric functions. So we know that sine of theta is, let's see. We know that sine of theta we said was y over r, and we were told that the sine of theta was 2/3. So we know that y is 2 and r is 3. So let's mark that down. R equals 3. So in order to find the other trig functions, cosine of theta we know is x over r. We need the x value here. So how could we find it? Well, we were told in a couple videos ago that r was the square root of x squared plus y squared. So when we were calculating that hypotenuse, this is the equation that we used because an angle in standard position always starts at 0, 0. So we didn't have to do an x minus 0. We just simplified it to be x squared plus y squared and the square root of that. So let's go ahead and plug in our values for r and y. Oh, I have that wrong there. R and y, we have a 3 and x squared plus 2 squared is 4. So we know if we wanted to get rid of our radical sign, we have to square both sides. So we get 9 equals x squared plus 4. So let's go ahead and subtract that 4. We get 5 equals x squared. And since we're talking distance here, and when we take the square root, we're only going to use a positive value. So x is going to equal the square root of 5. So let's go ahead and fill in all of our function values, and then we're going to use our knowledge of whether those function values are positive or negative in the quadrant given to apply the sign. So we have cosine of theta is x over r. That is going to equal radical 5 over 3. Then we have tangent of theta is y over x. Y is 2, x is radical 5. We're going to rationalize that to 2 radical 5 over 5. Let's see, the cosecant of theta, which is just the reciprocal of sine, is 3 over 2. The secant of theta is the reciprocal of our cosine function, that's 3 over radical 5. And we're going to rationalize that to 3 radical 5 over 5. And then last but not least, our cotangent function. Cotangent is the reciprocal of tangent, so I am going to use this guy right here and flip him so I don't have to rationalize. So there's our cotangent. So in quadrant 2, if we remember from the last video, we use this acronym and we put it in counterclockwise. Quadrant 2 here tells us that sine and its reciprocal are both positive. Everything else is negative. So we're going to keep sine the way it is. Its reciprocal is cosecant. Everything else we're going to go ahead and apply a negative to. All the other functions should be negative. So cosine's negative, tangent's negative, secant is negative, and cotangent is negative. Okay, and that is how you find all of the 6 trigonometric function values given one of the values. Alrighty, enjoy.